First released in 1970, UFO was the first science fiction television series to use real actors by the talented producer duo Jerry and Sylvia Anderson. Unlike their previous puppet or animated works, UFO opens a modern world with a secret organization called Shadow, Supreme Headquarters Alien Defense Organization, an organization dedicated to protecting the Earth from alien invasions. Nearly 55 years have passed. The cast of that year now each has a different fate. Some are still alive, some have passed away. Let's go back in time to review the most important characters. See who they were, how old they were then, and where they are now. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel right away. I will continue to bring you the strangest, most thrilling and unbelievable stories from the world of classic to modern cinema. In the history of science fiction television, the name Ed Bishop has always been mentioned as an irreplaceable symbol. Born on June 11, 1932, the American actor with his cold demeanor and characteristic steely eyes plays Commander Ed Straker, head of the secret shadow organization in UFO. When the film first aired in 1970, Ed Bishop was only 38 years old, but his calm and serious demeanor and acting style made the character Straker a standard commander model in the sci-fi genre. Not only did Ed Bishop appear, he was also the face of the entire series, appearing throughout all 26 episodes and leaving a deep impression on the hearts of audiences who love the science fiction genre. With his signature platinum hair, neat suit and sharp voice, he is truly the soul of UFO. Unfortunately, Ed Bishop passed away on June 8, 2005, just 3 days before his 73rd birthday. However, his legacy with UFOs and science fiction films is still cherished and remembered by fans after more than half a century. If Ed Straker is the supreme commanding mind, Paul Foster is the rebellious but loyal heart of Shadow, and Michael Billington is the one who breathes life into that character brilliantly. Born on December 24, 1941, Billington took on the role of Colonel Paul Foster at the age of 28, bringing to the screen a modern hero model, handsome, courageous, and not afraid to ask questions. Foster was originally a test pilot who accidentally discovered the secret of the existence of aliens, from which he was recruited into the Shadow organization. Billington's appearance in UFO not only captivated the audience with his attractive appearance, but also with the depth of the character he portrayed. Despite being a rookie, Foster quickly asserted himself as one of the most important factors in the underground war to protect the Earth. With 21 episodes, Billington became one of the most familiar and beloved faces in the series. After UFO, he continued to appear in many British television projects and even almost became James Bond. Unfortunately, Michael Billington passed away on June 3, 2005, at the age of 63. However, the image of Colonel Paul Foster and his indomitable eyes will forever be imprinted in the hearts of fans of classic science fiction films. If you have ever been fascinated by the rebellious colors and unique fashion of the 70s, you certainly cannot forget the image of Lieutenant Gay Ellis, the female commander of the moon base with outstanding purple hair in UFO. The person who breathed life into that character was actress Gabrielle Drake, born on March 30, 1944. When the series was released, she was only 26 years old but left the audience with a lasting memory because of her sharp beauty and charming, confident demeanor. In UFO, Gay Ellis is not only a beauty that adorns the moon base but also a strong, tough woman who runs the moon base with discipline and absolute loyalty to Shadow. Drake's character became an icon not only for her abilities but also for her unique fashion sense and purple hair, which was considered a television fashion icon of the 70s. After UFO, Gabrielle Drake continued her acting career in British theatre and television, but few roles could surpass the great Shadow of Gay Ellis. At 81, she is still alive and occasionally appears at nostalgic events for fans of classic sci-fi films, as a living symbol of that golden age. Among the unforgettable faces of UFO, the name George Sewell always holds a special place in the hearts of fans. Born on August 31, 1924, he played Colonel Alec Freeman, Shadow's deputy commander and also Commander Ed Straker's right-hand man. When the series officially aired in 1970, George Sewell was 46 years old, bringing his experience and true manly demeanor to every frame. Unlike Straker's cold seriousness, Sewell's Alec Freeman was gentle, humorous, and sometimes reckless, creating an interesting counterpoint in Shadow. It was his deep voice, natural, unadorned acting style, and calm yet attractive demeanor that helped Sewell quickly win the audience's affection. He appeared in 17 episodes and was an indispensable part of the main storyline. After UFO, George Sewell continued to appear in many British television and film series, but the role of Alec Freeman remained his most memorable role. On April 2, 2007, he breathed his last at the age of 82, leaving behind an impressive acting legacy and the image of a generous and compassionate commander in the hearts of older generations of audiences. When it comes to UFO, we cannot ignore the graceful yet powerful image of Wanda Ventham, one of the actresses who left the deepest impression in the series. Born on August 5, 1935, she played Colonel Virginia Lake when she was just 35 years old. Possessing a noble beauty, golden hair, intelligent eyes, and a confident demeanor, Ventham quickly conquered the audience with the character of a female officer who was both sharp and brave in the ranks of Shadow. Colonel Lake was not only a leading scientist but also the one who replaced Alec Freeman after this character left Shadow. Her role symbolized the image of a modern woman in the 70s. Beautiful, talented, and always maintaining her position in an environment full of men. The way Wanda Ventham transformed into the character was very convincing, and her impressive fashion style at that time also became a favorite icon. After UFO, Ventham continued to maintain a steady acting career on the British small screen and also appeared in the hit series Doctor Who. Today, at nearly 90 years old, she is still healthy and is especially known for her role as the biological mother of actor Benedict Cumberbatch, a testament to a family with a rich artistic tradition. If you've ever been fascinated by UFOs, you'll surely remember the image of Captain Peter Carlin, the cool, charismatic man in the Shadow uniform. This character is played by Peter Gordino, a talented British actor, singer, and dancer, born on June 20, 1939. When he took on the role of Carlin, Gordino was only 31 years old but already had impressive stage and television experience. In the series, Captain Peter Carlin is the commander of the submarine Skydiver, the most advanced underwater defense against aliens, and also the pilot of the Sky One, a fighter jet that can be launched from a submarine. Carlin impressed not only with his fighting skills but also because of his painful past when his sister was abducted by aliens, making this character even more profound. Peter Gordino appeared in the first 6 episodes of UFO before withdrawing from the project for personal reasons. Despite its short run time, Captain Carlin's character has become one of the series' most beloved characters. After UFO, Gordino continued his music and television career until his death on April 18, 2008, at the age of 68. A talented face, full of the mark of the 70s. In the world of British television in the 70s, where the presence of black actresses was still extremely rare, the name Dolores Mantes emerged as a particularly proud highlight. Born on October 17, 1936 in Liverpool to a multi-ethnic family, Dolores possessed a charming mixed-race beauty and an attractive demeanor. When she was cast as Lieutenant Nina Barry in UFO, she was only 34 years old but already had solid experience in theater and television. Lieutenant Nina Barry was one of the key female characters of Moonbase, Shadow's lunar base. With her signature bob haircut and silver bodysuit, Dolores' character stood out not only for her appearance but also for her composure, bravery, and professionalism. She appeared in 23 episodes, becoming an underground feminist icon in the context of British cinema at that time, which was still full of prejudice. After UFO, Dolores Mantes continued to work on a number of television and film projects before retiring from the spotlight. She passed away in 2012 at the age of 75, leaving a legacy to be treasured on the British small screen. A trailblazing actress, full of spirit and an indelible mark. Gary Myers is one of the lesser-known names but left a special mark in UFO with the role of Captain Lou Waterman, a talented pilot of Sky One. Born in 1937, Gary joined the project when he was only 33 years old, bringing the image of a tough, courageous but also humane character, always ready to fight for the safety of the Earth. Throughout 26 episodes, Captain Waterman is one of the most excellent pilots of Shadow, who not only completed the mission but also demonstrated a strong leadership spirit when becoming the commander of the submarine skydiver. With impressive action scenes and strong presence, Gary Myers portrayed his character as a model of a dedicated, courageous soldier. After completing his role in UFO, Gary Myers decided to retire from the entertainment industry to live a quieter life. Although he no longer appears on screen, he is still an important part of the film's history. Today, at the age of 88, Gary Myers is still alive, but has chosen to keep his private life private, away from the limelight. Keith Alexander is an indispensable character in the Shadow team in UFO, with the role of Lieutenant Keith Ford, a dedicated communications officer who always coordinates important operations to deal with UFO invasions. Born in 1930, Keith joined the project when he was 40 years old and immediately made a deep impression with his serious and responsible role. With a calm appearance and determination in work, Keith Ford is an important bridge between combat units and commanders in Shadow. He is the one who transmits timely information, coordinates strategies to deal with the threat from aliens. Keith Alexander's character is not just a simple communications officer, but also a symbol of silent dedication and indispensable team spirit in an organization like Shadow. In 16 episodes of UFO, Keith Alexander left his mark with an important role, demonstrating his integrity and dedication. After completing his role, he left the spotlight and lived a quiet life. Keith passed away on September 13, 2007, at the age of 77, but his role in UFO will forever be an indispensable part of the memories of fans. Finally, it is impossible not to mention Ashia Broff, one of the potential young faces of UFO. Born on November 12, 1948, Ashia joined the series when she was only 21 years old and took on the role of Lieutenant Ashia Johnson, one of the youngest and most dynamic female employees of the Shadow organization. In a world full of dangers from aliens, Ashia's character stands out not only because of her youth but also because of her agility, intelligence and ability to work under high pressure. Ashia Johnson is a model of determination and talent, contributing significantly to Shadow's success in protecting the Earth. With her attractive appearance and natural acting style, Ashia quickly became one of the favorite characters in the series. Although her youth and dynamism are the strengths of the character, Ashia also shows depth and maturity through the tense situations in each episode. Today, despite leaving the screen, Ashia Broff continues to be a familiar face at classic television events, making fans remember the early days of UFO conquering audiences. Nearly 55 years on, UFO remains an iconic part of British science fiction television, with its characters, stories and style still etched in the minds of fans. While time has taken away many of the faces associated with the series, their legacy lives on in every episode. Shadow's strange purple hair, determined eyes and resilient characters will always be a part of our memories. If you also love this legacy and want to learn more about interesting stories, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Join us as we continue to explore the legends of film and television through the decades, and always remember that those memories will always live on. Thank you for watching.